Hello, everybody, and good morning. Welcome to the live stream today. It's been a wild week. Hopefully, the market can keep blasting up today off of that big momentum that we saw yesterday. So, yesterday, of course, we had that CPI data come out in the morning, which came out hotter than expected, and the market started really tanking off and then started blasting back up. Today, stocks are still pointing back to the upside, and we actually had some pretty big bank earnings come out this morning. Now, JP Morgan actually topped estimates, and they said that they saw more interest income than expected. Their revenue came in higher than expected, and the EPS also beat. So JP Morgan seemed very well here. Now, they did say that they obviously can see some slowdown in the economy here. I was looking through the whole article earlier, and there was some clues that Jamie Dimon kept saying that obviously right now the economy is in a strange place and that we could still see some downwards movement. So definitely scary statements, but the overall numbers on JP Morgan are looking pretty good. Like I said, that revenue beat. It came in at 33.49 billion versus 32.1 billion expected, so it beat by 2 billion, or it beat by over a billion there, which is honestly pretty good. I know percentage-wise that might not be the most ever, but it's looking pretty solid. And like I said, he did say there's like headwinds in front, and there's still some stuff going on just in general, obviously, in the economy. Like I said, he's even talking about oil prices here. We go down to the bottom. JP Morgan's president also warned that banking revenue was heading for a decline of up to 50%. Thanks to the collapse in IPO activity and debt and equity issuance. Like, that sounds pretty insane. In the third quarter, they could see this drop by 50%. That is just, I cannot believe that, but insane, guys. Bill, good morning. Good morning, Keisha, and good morning, everybody else who's joined the stream today. Hopefully, you guys are having some pretty good trading days. The market's up. If you guys would have bought some calls yesterday, you'd probably be doing pretty well if you bought it on one of the reputable stocks out there. Looking at my watch list, let me go to my Thinkorswim page really quickly. To the upside, I actually see good old Coinbase, COIN. That is pretty huge. 6% today on its recovery back up, which is really, really good. That's a very nice move for that one. We're also seeing Delta Airlines, Carnival Cruise Lines, and more also moving up. Good old CCL today. Definitely not too bad. We have DraftKings popping up too, which is very much needed. Please keep going, DraftKings. But yeah, if you guys are seeing any big movers, any big stocks today, just let me know. We can check those out. Let's go see those banks again. Bank of America, JP Morgan. Look at those plays. JP Morgan, let's fucking go. That's awesome. That's a big move there. That's a very nice continuation, though, there. Very nice. Big pop up through that 112 resistance, which is just beautiful to see. Beautiful to see that type of recovery there. Good old JP Morgan. I know a lot of people like to say this one funny. We have JP Morgan Chase, of course, though. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup. You know, the rundown, I guess we could say. There's good old Citigroup. I can't believe it. Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Citi. I can't believe they all reported today. What were they all? Let's see. Oh, a session expired. My computer actually restarted last night. I woke up this morning and everything was turned off. I was a little bit sad. Not gonna lie. Santi, hey, thanks for the question. Where do you see some resistance on SO? SO. I haven't really looked at this one too much. The Southern Company. Very interesting. I think I've heard of this company, though. Oh, wow. What a big drop and big pop back to the upside. As far as resistance, honestly, we're really close to one, right around 65. Unless you classify this as a breakout, which I don't really see that. I would say I see resistance up until we pass above like 65.50. Then I see a next major resistance up there around like 67. So, yeah, if we can break 65.50, I think it could be pretty good for the Southern Company. And I want to look this company up. Oh, okay. I feel like I've heard of it with all the clean energy stuff going on lately, but yeah, Southern Company. I will say that's a pretty interesting daily chart, setting up pretty well, and honestly, not the worst one out there. I think it looks pretty solid. But hey, good morning, man. Thanks for joining up here. Like I said, if you guys are enjoying the stream, smash that like button. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to see some great stocks, just let me know which ones you want me to check out, and we can take a nice look at those. Let's go ahead and refresh that heat map here today. Looking pretty good so far. I think this is still off yesterday's prices, though, because it has to... I think that lags behind a little bit. Let's see... Where is my tab? There we go. Economic calendar. Should be some pretty good data that came in here this morning. The 14th. Let me refresh the page. Here we go. Actual. Wow, retail sales went down. Ooh. That's not good at all. So the retail sales fell. We're gonna. Oh, the consumer sentiment comes out in about 12 minutes, so that's gonna be pretty big. UNH. Yeah, UNH. Wow, what a nice pop with their earnings too. Yeah, they had earnings here today. I know. Same thing with all those banks. It was pretty much just big banks and then United Health. But what a big move with UNH, guys. And that is honestly a very nice pop-up. Maybe it could be a good swing trade here over the next few days if you guys are feeling ballsy on it. It is right up at resistance, though. Maybe make it break there. But really good call, Ibrahim. I really like that. I really like that intraday move there. It looks pretty good. How is AMD and NVIDIA doing? Are those chip stocks? AMD just couldn't break out. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. AMD is a tough one there. I will say, look at that upper resistance on AMD at $60. That is a huge resistance there. And it's the top of my range, which I've posted on the chart here. You can see the range goes all the way back to like 2020 and kind of shows some good movement. Sean says SQ is showing higher than $58, or they're above 58. Let's see on that 5-minute. Dang, nice. Very nice. Look at my arrow from the other day on YouTube. That's funny. We went down for one day before we flew up on Square, didn't we, Sean? That's pretty cool. But yeah, good morning. I hope you're having a great day, Sean. Hopefully you're getting your pumpkin spice in this morning. Sean, I don't know if you heard it in last night's video, but I I said some stuff about pumpkin spice in there. Had me rolling. I didn't check to see anything else with the video though yet. Yeah, I just found your comment, Sean. That is funny. Yeah, I should have called out ketchup, Sean. That's funny. Sean. Oh, that's funny. Hey, Ibrahim says that United Health is their favorite stock. Wow. That's pretty big. Or did you mean Snowflake? Probably United Health, though. But hey, Snowflake's looking pretty good for you as well. Honestly, like Snowflake is holding up well today, and I'll be honest, it doesn't look too bullish to me on the daily chart. This is a pretty worrying chart. I feel like we could see this fall back off, but not the worst one. And I like how it's bouncing off support, and like I said, it's holding up at least as of right now. So at least for now, it's looking okay. Keisha says Boeing. Check out BA or Boeing. Wow. I will say, Keisha, that is a very nice looking daily chart. I hope this thing continues up today. This does look like it has some good momentum, Keisha. Good call out. Guys, keep your eyes on Boeing. I think this could be a really good play. Good call, Keisha. Hopefully this thing keeps breaking out. If we break above 136 again, I think this thing could start blasting. It needs to blast up, too. Poor Boeing has had some issues lately. I can't believe their daily chart. They're back down around that pre-COVID, or not pre-COVID, but COVID low again. Yeah, I'm liking this. The daily chart looks solid. Holding up so far. You know, let's do one other thing real quick. Let's draw out a crazy trend line. These damn arrows were in my way. Darn. Hang on one sec. Hate that how those arrows get in your way. Yeah, pretty close. I wanted to see if that was like right on the trend or not, but pretty close there. I would say it's almost close enough. Yeah, Snowflake does move crazy on earnings, doesn't it? Let's go back and look at other times Snowflake has had some crazy moves. Good old Snowflake. I think that's actually a pretty good day trading stock. It gets a lot of movement, like he said. So let's see earnings right here. Oh, wow. What a big move ahead of earnings there. Yeah, you're right. Earnings do cause some big swings on this one. Big gap up on that last earnings report. Pretty big gap there, actually. If we could see that again, that would be awesome. I don't think we'll get there, though, but... Hey, Xbox! I was actually just looking at AMD a minute ago. Yeah, it's actually moving down. I would say it's looking pretty bad today, Xbox. It's moving right off of resistance and falling back to the downside. Definitely not the type of move you'd want. But I did talk about this one in yesterday's video, and I talked about it up above $60 for a potential day trade. But You can see here, $60 ended up holding up as a huge resistance, and now the stock is just falling back off a little bit. But yeah, not a good day for AMD Xbox. It's definitely not what you want to see, that's for sure, especially out of a semiconductor, and a big one at that. Same move with Nvidia though, same, and Intel actually. They're all kind of double topping and falling off, so I can't necessarily say, oh, AMD, because it's their whole sector. But yeah, today, I mean, stocks were looking pretty good at market open. Now I think they're just starting to slow down. Like SPY, yeah, even SPY is slowing down. Let's see, Apple's down, Microsoft still slowing. JP Morgan came back down a little bit. Same thing with Wells Fargo. Very interesting movement so far today. Very interesting. Square, yeah, popping back down now. I think BBBY is running. I just saw this thing fly up my watch list. BBBY. Been a while since I've looked at this one. I'll say it's extremely oversold. Seems like pretty good, like a pretty good setup here intraday. I mean, might not be bad for a little play. Wow, kind of double bottoming right on support too. Right at $5. This is getting tempting, guys. BBBY. I better get off of this because I don't want to own this one, but I might. I might trade it. I wouldn't be looking to invest in it, more just trade. But the thing I like about it, if it falls below 5, I'm out, instantly out for a 20-cent loss. But if it keeps going up, we can make a pretty good gain, I think, out of it. So risk reward ratio pretty high on this one. Wow, Neo. Wow, this is pretty bad here. I'm looking at some spy news today, and I keep seeing Russia stuff. Putin says no plans for additional military mobilization. Says mobilization is finishing. Says in next 2 weeks, mobilization will be over. Putin says it's impossible to hold the front by using only contracted servicemen. That's why we've announced mobilization. Yeah, I see what they're saying there. I agree with Putin on this thing. He says direct clash of NATO troops with Russia would lead to global catastrophe. And hell, I agree. I mean, it definitely would. We might be at World War III if they start fighting with NATO troops. But yeah, it's pretty rough with everything that's going on over there. And he said no need for massive strikes right now. I've been seeing some crazy stuff, some weird reports of like kamikaze drones. You guys been hearing about that? I've been hearing really weird stuff. Oh wow, LVS is down a lot. How about Win? Wow, Win's looking terrible too. Not what you want after that big recovery yesterday, that's for certain. Come on, DraftKings, can you hold up for us? Man, if this is a big dead cat bounce, I'm going to be a little sad. I will be a little bit sad. Let's see, MasterCard today and Visa. Wow, MasterCard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. MasterCard and Visa. Not bad. Yeah, go MasterCard and Visa. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's insane, guys. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching. Take a look at those. LLY, man, says. LLY, Eli Lilly. I haven't looked at this one in a long time. Thanks for asking about this one. Xbox. Xbox with Merman. Has me laughing. Wow, the LLY on that daily chart is looking pretty solid here. Ibrahim says, it's going up, and I'm not worried. Just a little bit of fear here. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not too worried either. I think we could still definitely move up today. Pretty good chance that we could. Could definitely see, like, support hold up around 365 on SPY, and then we could see more upwards price action. I will say I think it's a little bit unlikely. I'm kind of leaning back down now. Just given how high we went up yesterday, we'll probably see some consolidation, but I hope you're right. I hope you're right, and I hope we fly back up. That would really help us out. Hell, the banks are flying back up. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. Let's check out CNBC really quick. See if anything big's going on here. Wow, Kroger's buying Albertsons for $24.6 billion. What a big move by the huge grocery chain Kroger. Very nice. Morgan Stanley posted a miss on their earnings, but the stock was doing well earlier. Wow, can you guys believe this? Look at this. I remember talking about this a little while ago. Beyond Meat's executive Doug Ramsey was arrested for biting a man's nose and punching a Subaru. Like, what? He bit a man's nose after a college football game. Like, what in the world? How do you even do that? Like, I don't know what this guy was on, but man, he must have been whacked out on something to bite a man's nose. And you're the executive? Oh, what a dumbass. Here's what I'm seeing right now. This is like exactly how I feel with this guy right here.
Dumbass!
All my That 70 shows friends.
He's an ass. And he's dumb. He's a dumbass.
Oh, I like it. That was pretty good. JP Morgan. Wow, still looking solid though today, seriously. Looking pretty good. Bank of America too. You know, Morgan Stanley did fall a little bit on their earnings. So I guess they didn't follow the crowd even because they did miss, like I said. But the rest, like Wells Fargo was up, but MS was definitely down. Goldman followed up a little bit. Xbox says irrational times call for irrational measures. What's that, Xbox? Are you getting into some crazy calls or something? Or do you mean biting man's nose? CCL turning around a little bit too. Take that. Pretty good recovery, CCL. What about RCL? Looking better, actually. What about AAL's looking great? Delta's still looking good? Great news. Great news. Keep going, airlines. We'll take it. Man says CRM. Let's check it out. Let's find some good levels on CRM for you. Wow, great bounce back up from yesterday, of course. Such a big candle. Yeah, it bounced right off of support yesterday, too, right around 140. You could even say like 139 or 138. That's like where it's held up in the past a lot. And yeah, yesterday, same exact thing. Held up really well there. Seems pretty solid, actually, man. So I'll take that good movement. But I will say today, kind of looking rough, but it's just like everything else. You know, it's very high. It's trying to run up more. It's just, I feel like a lot of stocks, it's hard for them to get momentum after they're having such a big run up yesterday, but they're trying. A lot of stocks are setting up like CRM. And if we do see a big breakout like on SPY and we start to see all these growth stocks and stuff start running again, I think we'll definitely see Salesforce probably start to pop back up too. And yeah, CRM, I like this stock. I think this could be a pretty good one to swing, especially for the longer term. I'm not saying this is necessarily the bottom, but I think it's definitely a good time to start eyeing that up. Hey, good morning, Bushi. Or Bushing, thanks for joining up. I appreciate you. Ibrahim says a lot OG buying pressure coming in. You can see on Bookmap. Bookmap. Yeah, everyone. Well, not everybody. I've been seeing you talk about this in Oh man, I saw you post this the other day. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Oh man. I hope this is helping you trade, but I'll be honest, I don't see something like this really helping too many people. Damn, that's weird. That looks insane, Ibrahim. I cannot believe what this looks like. I mean, it makes sense a little bit, but it's just... Damn. It's free. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, that's not for me, but... Yeah, it's not for me, Ibrahim, but... Hey, I'm glad that helps you out. Honestly, though, that is just too much on my charts. I'll be honest. I couldn't do that. I used to use a lot of indicators and stuff, but over the years, you start to learn that, well, at least anyways I did. I started to learn that they don't work very well. Especially the ones that everybody else uses. Like, what's the big ones? VWAP, that's a big one. Everyone tries to play off of, and I've only seen like 2% of people ever succeed on it. That's the main thing. Like with all these indicators and stuff, I've only seen like 2% of people truly win just because of the indicators. Normally it's just because they normally have more skills than those indicators. Like they can eye up price action better, get into better entries and exits and stuff like that. Yeah, there goes Spy, Cornish says. Holy shit. Look at that big drop. Under 365. We're breaking support and we're falling down. Wow. Not what you want to see there. SPY looking solid. Bill W says it looks like consumer sentiment wasn't good. Good call, Bill. Good reminder. Good reminder. Let's check it out. I think it actually went up a little bit. Yeah, consumer sentiment's looking pretty good, Bill. It's not too bad. It popped up a little bit. Yeah, like it says here, it is an improvement on the consumer sentiment, but, the improvement was pretty small. Like it went from 58.6 to 59.8. You can see on this chart here of the past year how much this thing swings. And look at the past 5 years, how the sentiment's just been falling lower ever since 2020. Honestly, it's been really low. Yeah, good stuff though, Bill. I forgot about it. The sentiment just came out like 3 minutes ago. So good call. Thanks for reminding me. And yeah, we can see it here. It actually popped up, and that's good to see. Good stuff. Good stuff. Glad to see that it went up. Pretty good. Let's go see what Cnbc has here talking up.
Live in London with the latest. Good morning again, Jemana.
Maybe something good for us.
Good morning. Well, it's been quite the whirlwind over here in the UK over the last 24 hours with the second.
I just keep talking about the UK. That's all right. See, like they reverse tax cutting plans. Like what? I just don't know how I feel about the UK. I'll be honest, the UK just the way that they do things, like in the UK, as far as stuff like the Brexit thing was concerned and stuff like that. Like, how do countries just decide out of nowhere, like, hey, we're joining the EU. There's nothing you guys can say about it. Like that's pretty much what they did. And then everybody was like, hell no. We don't want to be in this. Like, it's like, what? Like, could you imagine that? I mean, I think it's just a good reason why you need the Second Amendment. I'll tell you. These countries wouldn't be able to do half the things that they do if they had to deal with the citizens that we had, or that we have. Yeah, they fired their finance minister over there. Looking crazy. It's going to be nuts. Let's maybe see if we can pull up the pound. GPB USD, that's right. Wow, that's been falling off. Holy crap. No wonder they're pissed. Wow. That's a bad drop on the pound compared to the dollar. Damn. Let's just see USD. Let's just see the US dollar index. Yeah, US dollar index is still going strong. Even this week's been good for it. Yeah, look at the daily. The 5 minute. Overall this week, our dollars even went up. Even with the market popping up a little bit, the dollar's actually holding up pretty strong for the most part. Hey, Xbox says, anyone looking to watch the new Halloween movie on Peacock? I didn't even know they had one out on there, but hey, it sounds pretty good. Is it Halloween Ends? Is that the movie? Halloween Ends, maybe, but... Wow, it has Jamie Lee Curtis. What? That's pretty cool. Jamie Lee Curtis is pretty good actor. Or actress, I should say. She's in all of them? I didn't know that. Huh. I used to watch this movie with this lady in it. Freaky Friday. Have you guys ever heard of that? Freaky Friday is what it's called. With Jamie Lee Curtis. She was in Trading Places? No way. Oh, I gotta start watching these movies again. It's been so long since I've seen Trading Places, guys. Oh my gosh. We gotta watch the stock market scene now. Oh, it's 8 minutes long. Well, we're not gonna watch 8 minutes worth of it, but that is funny, guys. You guys got to see Trading Places if you haven't seen it. It's hilarious. Really funny. Yeah, we're about an hour into the market here today. You know, stocks are doing pretty well. Like Wells Fargo's still holding up. JP Morgan, Delta's climbing still. I mean, it's at the top of my watch list. Even if it's falling down, just about everything's pulling back just slightly here. AMD got rejected last night at resistance, which is unfortunate. Win. Charge Point or CHPT. Enphase. CCJ is down a lot. Wow. Everything's falling off again today. Pumpkin Spice for Sean is falling. Walmart, Costco. Dang. Target, TGT. Yeah, Target's looking solid. Poor SPY, though. It's a big drop. It's going to make for a pretty boring trading day today, I feel like. I feel like we're just going to see a lot of consolidation and not a lot of big moves, unfortunately. Wow, SPY. The Southern Company, very interesting. What an interesting stock. And what a huge move back up yesterday. That was very helpful. Wow. SO holding up. But yeah, just let me know what stocks you guys want to see. If you guys have anything you guys are looking at. Bushing says, what's your thoughts on Meta? Did I forget your question earlier, Bushing? Darn it. Yeah, Meta's looking pretty good, though. I mean, I will say, like, it's looking good. As long as it can hold these supports down here. It's not looking good, obviously, intraday today with the big drop back down. But, you know, we're still up quite a bit from yesterday. So, accounting from the lows of yesterday, not too bad. Obviously, though, intraday, it's not looking too good. What I will say that is cool about Meta is it's right here down around support. It might be a pretty good support buy. You know what I mean? Maybe play like a bounce back up today on some options. Might not be a bad way to go. Maybe get some nice price action, some nice bounces back to the upside. I think that could go over pretty well today maybe. Good risk reward though. If you break down below, you just cut it real quick. Maybe re-enter later on, but yeah, I like Meta. I feel like it's looking pretty good down there, Bushing. And when I look at it on the daily, it's so oversold that at some point we're going to get some types of pops back up. Like, we're going to get a multi-day runner sometime soon, I would think. So hopefully it's sooner rather than later, and maybe this will finally be the nice time. One big thing, we just really need that market to slow down. You know, like right now it's just so volatile. We're seeing huge moves up from yesterday, and then today we're obviously falling back off. So we need the volatility to start to slow down a lot, and then maybe we'll start to, you know, maybe start to climb back up ever so slightly if that volatility does slow down. And hey, thank you so much, Dina. She says, hit the like button for Tom. Hey, I appreciate that, guys. If you guys want to smash that like button, that would really help me out, of course, as always. But yeah, SPY, crazy day, crazy drop back down. Hope you guys have some good plans for the weekend. If you guys have anything fun, let me know. I actually have a wedding to go to today at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. So about 30 minutes after market close, I'll be at a wedding. It'll be a pretty crazy thing there. That'll be kind of insane. Nice wedding. Weddings can be fun, you know. It's an open bar for free. Sounds good. QQQ or man says, is QQQ at support? Yeah, I would say it's really close. I see some support on this right around 264. And we are very, very close. So yeah, I would count that as being on support. It was really close there for a minute. It got within like 20 cents. And for a stock that's $264, getting within 20 cents is pretty much touching it, in my eyes. So we have support there, and then we have support also at 262, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it tested 262, but Corda says, I'm doing nothing but writing resumes and sending them all weekend. Oh, man, Sean. Trying to get out of that bank, huh? I'm playing some golf Saturday. Are you playing any golf, Sean? I've been playing against my buddy here this year, and man, he's better than me. You know, he's been playing a little longer, and he plays a lot more courses and stuff like that. I finally beat him last weekend for the first time ever, which is awesome. So it had me hyped up there. I've gotten close to beating him before, and one time, Sean, I was up on him by 2 strokes, and on the very last hole, I hit my driver and it almost rolled in the water to the point of being unplayable. So I had to take a stroke as an unplayable, pull it out so I could hit it, and then I smacked it right into some bushes, and it just gave all the strokes back, and he ended up beating me. But finally, last weekend, I got him. And I got him because he's playing, we played a really good course with greens that were quick. I mean, quick. Like, you could not stop the ball on these greens. I mean, it was something else. Here's the course. Crystal Highlands. Crystal Highlands is the name. Man, it's a good course. I love it. Yeah, and it says undulating greens. That's no fucking joke. I mean, it's undulated and quick to the point where, like, there's some holes, like, you just cannot have the ball stop at the hole. Like, you cannot. If you're not chipping at the hole from the bottom, you're screwed. Like, if you're putting down the green at all, no chance. It's pretty insane. Hey, Bill says, good day to stain my deck. Hell yeah. Probably is, Bill. Spy's looking pretty solid, though. Bouncing off like that 362 support. Looking okay. Hey, thanks, man. Have a good weekend yourself. Man, that Spy's still falling. What's going on? He says maybe golfing Sunday. LVS right at support again. Sean says, you get greens like that, you just make sure you stay below the hole. Hell yeah, Sean, I feel you. And that's exactly what I did last weekend. I played it safe. I always hit like one club too little. If I did flush it and it got up there, great. If not, like I said, you'd rather be chipping up at the hole on this than putting down. If you're putting down, oof, you are in for a surprise. I shot an 87, and my buddy shot like a 91, I think, or 92. But yeah, that course is tough. I've never seen anybody I've played with, even guys who have handicaps that are like around the 0 mark, even those guys who play that course have gotten eaten up on those greens. My one buddy 4-putted. I was like, 4-putted, man. Those greens were getting in his head, though, I'll say, but man, everything's like right around support. Apple's at support. Spy's at support. Microsoft right on support as well. There's some big support here right around 230.75. Like a triple top there earlier in the week. Yeah, you got to stay below that hole. Let's go check CNBC again, see if there's anything crazy going on here. What are they talking about? Wells Fargo. They're laughing their asses off.
Including a major grocery deal as Kroger buys Albertsons for nearly $25 billion. We'll discuss.
Plus, we're watching the chip stocks under pressure again. The SMH on pace for its 4th negative week in 5. And Elon Musk saying SpaceX will stop funding Starlink terminals in Ukraine, or rather confirming a story that that's the case. We've got those details. A lot more Squawk on the Street is straight ahead. Don't go anywhere with
crazy, guys. Crazy stuff. Ukraine. More crazy Ukraine news. Elon's going to be stopping the Starlink stuff over there. That's insane. Or at least funding it. I know, right? Ibrahim, it's been terrible today. You came back and just found yourself into some crazy downwards price action here. Like SPY just blasted down below 362 now. Are we going to head back to the lows of yesterday now? Like, geez. Can't believe this is happening, honestly. Insane moves, insane drops to the downside. Wow. Yeah, I hope it recovers too. This is looking... How's DraftKings? Oh, no. No, not DraftKings. What about Meta? Oh, disgusting today. It's been a rough day, guys. We're in for some more volatility, and it's probably only going to get worse as the day goes on. I bet we're going to see some crazy up and down movement heading into market close. But I appreciate everybody joining up today. I feel like it's been a pretty good week, even though obviously there's been a lot of volatility and stuff like that. We've had some cool events to look at, like the retail sales and consumer sentiment today. Obviously, we had that big CPI data yesterday, and then the day before that, we had the FOMC minutes. So we had a lot of cool stuff to look at. We had bank earnings this morning. Banks were doing good, but obviously when the market pulls back like this, banks should come down. Now, while some of the banks had good earnings, some didn't. So keep that in mind. But JP Morgan did quite well. They did have some negative statements, though. They said some stuff about... Jamie Dimon had some pretty big statements about the market obviously not being in the best position right now, and that obviously he's still a little bit worried. So that was the overall tone there. But crazy day today, guys. I appreciate you joining up. Bushing, Ibrahim, Sean, Man, Dina, Bill W, Iranical, Keisha, of course, Santi. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys, as always. Seriously, the live streams would be nothing without you. So thanks for being here, and thanks for always liking the streams and talking about some cool stocks and stuff like that. It's always cool to see what everybody's looking at in the market. So thank you guys for being here. Have a great rest of your day and have a fantastic weekend. Of course, I'll be in the Discord if you guys need anything. So feel free to ask some questions, or even if you want to maybe show me some cool plays on some stocks, I'll be open to that too. Maybe we can get into some trades together. So I appreciate it. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later, guys.